Gari Padavali is located in the Morena district of Madhya Pradesh, approximately 35 kilometers from Gwalior. This site is famous for the remains of a 10th century Shiva temple within a fort complex built in the 18th century. Padavali has a long history, and from many inscriptions and sculptures found here, it has been identified as an important Jain center. Sculptures of many Jain Tirthankaras have been found here, the oldest one dating back to the 6th century AD. This region was ruled by the Pratihara dynasty, followed by the Chandelas, and then by the Kachapagatas. The Shiva temple here was built in the 10th century during the rule of the Kachapagatas. In the 18th century, the Jat Ranas who ruled the Gohad state that included Padavali built the fort or the Gari here. Once you enter this complex, you will notice the fortifications and the bastions on both sides of a steep stairway guarded by lions. The lion statues are replicas. The original lion statues are kept for display at the Gujri Mahal Museum in Gwalior. If you take these steps, you will reach a high plinth on which the temple is built, which is at the same level as the courtyard of the fort. The temple has lost its sanctum sanctorum and the mandapa. All that remains at present is the Mukha Mandapa, which is ornately decorated. Once there may have been a shikara or spire, which is lost. There were no idols in the shrine, but they deduced that this was a Shiva temple due to the importance given to Shiva in the sculptures and from the big Nandi they found in the ruins of the temple. The Mukha Mandapa has extensive carvings. Sculptures have been carved on the pillars, beams, ceiling and the architraves in minute detail in 3 dimensions. The most striking feature in the temple is the panel of sculptures and friezes on the ceiling. The subjects depicted in these sculptures include various gods and goddesses of the Hindu pantheon, mythological scenes from the Ramayana and the Bhagavata, and some erotic scenes. The following panels can be noted in the cardinal directions. South panel depicts Lord Shiva with his consort Parvati and his vehicle Nandi. The lower section of this panel shows the death of Abhimanyu in the war from Mahabharata. West panel shows Surya, the sun god. The lower part of this panel depicts Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. North panel shows the Holy Trinity of Hinduism, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. The lower part of this panel shows celebration of the birth of Lord Krishna. East panel shows goddess Kali. The lower section shows Lord Ram and the Vanaras or the monkey army performing a puja to a Shivalingam before the war with Ravana. The ceiling also contains sculptures showing Krishna Leela, Dashavatara, Shiva Parvati wedding, Saptamatrikas, Navagrahas, and various other scenes from Ramayana and Mahabharata. The pillars also have some intricate carvings. Some of the pillars have some inscriptions. There are a couple of wells in the fort complex. One of them is a round well near the temple. There is another chaukua or a well with roof few meters away. There are many stones belonging to the temple complex strewn in the fort courtyard. Will piecing together all these stones help in reconstructing the entire temple complex? Well, that may not be possible. When you examine the fort walls, you will notice it has many plain bricks, and in between them there are some layers of carved or decorative stones. The stones found in the ruins of the temple complex may have been repurposed by the Jat rulers to build the fort walls in the 18th century. So it may not be possible now to reconstruct the whole temple complex because many of its pieces are part of the walls of the fort. Many sculptures found in the complex are displayed in the entrance pathway of this complex. Few are maintained in the Gujari Mahal Museum and the ASI Museum within the Gwalior Fort premises.